Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're gonna break down how to beat Gervonta Davis.
Sube eso hasta arriba, vamos, dale duro. Yo salgo a la calle buscando mi gente cuando de repente todos los delincuentes que queden en mi vida, buena mala suerte que son mi familia, no importa la sangre. Jesús y su agua en vino.
When you think of how to beat Gervonta Davis, it almost seems like, yo, how do you beat this guy? This dude, speed, power, fight off the back foot. He knows how to ignite the action, all of that, right? He knows how to press the action, right? But there's one thing that I don't think people notice about Gervonta Davis. See, when people think of how to beat Gervonta Davis, they're thinking of a bully. You're thinking of going up against a bully. Gervonta Davis isn't really a bully. Gervonta Davis is a patient fighter. He's a counterpuncher. See, Gervonta Davis is used to fighting come forward guys that are gonna come forward, press the action, and how to beat Gervonta Davis is not giving him information because he's cerebral, he's smart. He's gonna start slow. You show him what you got. He's gonna gauge your speed, gauge your power. Boom. And then he's gonna plot that power punch, that counter punch. And you know he got the power and the speed and the timing and all that. That's what makes it so tricky, right? But if you don't give him that information, that's how to beat Gervonta Davis. You gotta outsmart the smart guy. And it's not that hard to do. I haven't seen Gervonta Davis really fight a slick fighter that can mask his offense. That really not just feint just to feint. I'm talking about feint to create an opening, to find the opening and exploit that opening. For example, do you guys remember when Mario Barrios hurt Gervonta Davis? Gervonta Davis was going up against the ropes. Barrios came through. I think it was like he feinted like he was gonna throw that right hand, and then he actually came through with a left hook. Tricks. Also, another thing is mind games. We've seen that works. And it's not even mind games, it's get him out of comfort. You've seen Ryan Garcia got Gervonta Davis out of comfort. Rolly, I think, did it the best. But Ryan Garcia did it too, and he did what Rolly didn't do. You seen when Ryan Garcia, when Tank was over here trying to talk to the ref and this and that, whatever, and Ryan was letting them uppercuts go and them overhand rights. You know, some of them was behind the head. I'm not even gonna lie, dirty, but it is what it is. Though. Hey, it's a fight. You feel me? You over here talking to the ref. I'm gonna hit you. You know what I mean? I could care less. When you think of how to beat Gervonta Davis, you gotta have a little bit of grit. Don't give him something to counter. Make him give you something to counter. You fight fire with fire. That's simple. But not how you guys think. Not how Rolly tried to fight fire with fire. Not how Leo Santa Cruz tried to do it. Not how Isaac Cruz tried to do it. Isaac Pitbull Cruz. When I say fight fire with fire, I'm talking about patience. Gervonta Davis got speed. Gervonta Davis got power. Gervonta Davis got IQ. Gervonta Davis is very patient. You don't want to give him too much. He's going to start off slow. You start slow with him. Especially if you have the range and the reach on him. You get what I'm saying? Because then Tank is going to be more cautious. Gervonta Davis isn't going to, he's not, if you really look at him, when have you seen Gervonta Davis really close the distance, like irresponsibly or recklessly? You never see it. I never seen it. I really don't see Gervonta Davis close the distance unless his opponent is hurt. So what you do is you make him close the distance. How you do that is by simply fighting him with a jab. Stick and move. Fight him with a jab. Back up. He's used to backing up and people coming forward to him. How to beat Gervonta Davis, I'm telling you. It's not that hard. Ryan Garcia said somebody with more pressure and could be more disciplined than him could beat Gervonta Davis. Disciplined, yes. Pressure, that's not really the key to it. It'll help you against him. It'll make you look good against Gervonta Davis for a certain amount of time while your punches are landing until he figures you out. Once he does, you're probably going to sleep just like everybody else, unless you got a granite chin. How to beat Gervonta Davis? Patience, a jab. For example, some people I believe will 100% beat Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. In my opinion, I think those are the only two guys at 135 that can beat Gervonta Davis. Those two guys have what it takes. Shakur Stevenson, the IQ, the patience, the feints he's going to feint to figure you out, to find your openings and this, that. He knows how to move back. Patient fighter. See, Frank Martin, I think, beats Gervonta Davis too, simply because I think Frank Martin, the power, the speed, he also has IQ. He also knows how to box, set up his punches, select his punches. You know what I mean? He's not just going to go out there trying to throw combinations and punches and bunches and this and that. Pressure isn't how you beat Gervonta Davis. How to beat Gervonta Davis? Discipline, technique, patience, grit. I think, for example, Gervonta Davis is a better fighter than Ryan Garcia, right? But Ryan Garcia could have beat Gervonta Davis. I don't think he's that hard to beat as people make him out to be. The thing is that if you fight him a certain way, if you try to, bang with him, yeah, that's a hard fight because Gervonta Davis got a chin. Gervonta Davis got a counter punch. He's smart. He's not really going to bang with you as much as you think he is unless he don't respect your power. You saw him with Hector Garcia. He ain't respect Hector Garcia's power. He ain't respect Leo Santa Cruz's power. But those are smaller guys. They're not natural 135-pounders. Ryan Garcia, power. Gervonta Davis respected Ryan Garcia's power. Rolly Romero, power. He respected it. Mario Barrios, power. He showed respect. You ain't see Gervonta Davis come in there blindly, recklessly, because he's smart. And it's like, he makes you fight dumb. That's how you beat, that's how to beat Gervonta Davis. Don't fight dumb. And Ryan Garcia said it himself. I should have made the fight boring. If I would have made it boring, maybe I would, would have lasted longer. I probably would have won, whatever. And it's probably true. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is with a fighter like Gervonta Davis feeds off of crowd control. So when you start slow, when there's no action and people start booing and you force him to fight reckless and then he opens himself up, so then you can land. If you're somebody like Ryan Garcia who has that timing and that lightning fast check hook, you make him open up, make him fight reckless, make him try to close the distance irresponsibly, the wrong way. You know what I mean? By trying to lunge in or trying to force into something. You know what I mean? Now that's where it becomes a different story, because just because you do that, then you got to know what to do when it follows up. You know what I mean? Because he's going to get aggressive. When he gets aggressive, how to beat Gervonta Davis, when he gets aggressive, you don't want to just back up and then whatever, because once again, he's not going to respect you if you do that. So if he doesn't respect you, now he's going to feel free coming forward. And he got the power, he got the speed. Once he starts coming in, what you want to do, that's where you want to bang with him, but you want to pick your moments where you bang with him. Not just because he comes forward, you start whatever, boom, boom. Stick with the jab. You got to jab moving backwards. You got to practice that. Jab moving backwards, jab off a lateral movement, lead into some lateral movement, right? So he can, because now he's going to start being on the chase. While he's doing that, you want to play his own game against him. That's what I mean by fight fire with fire. Once he opens up and starts showing you what he got, because he's going to, because the crowd's going to start booming, or they're going to have a reaction when whatever, or Floyd Mayweather's going to be in the corner talking about, you're down, Tank, you're down. You get what I'm saying? And what's Gervonta Davis going to do? Gervonta Davis is going to step up to the plate, and he's going to now become more offensive. That's where it really gets sticky, because that's where you got to be tough. You got to hold your own. You got to be smart in there. You have to defense, a lot of movement, play possum, move around, act like you hurt if he lands a shot, whatever, boom, boom, just to get him to open up. If you're just there to fight Tank, I'm tell you the truth, it's going to be hard. If you're just there to fight Tank, it's going to be very, very hard. Yeah, you got to bite, you got to box Tank, you have to outsmart Gervonta Davis, you have to, you're going to have to do a little bit of everything. You're going to have to bang, you're going to have to box, you're going to have to play possum, you're going to have to talk trash, you're going to have to get in his head, you know what I mean? You're going to have to out-muscle him, because you have to make him question himself. You have to make him question himself. You have to make him respect you. You have to bring him out of, his comfort zone. Once again, how to beat Gervonta Davis: patience, a jab, masking your offense, picking your shots, picking your moments to bang, and be ready for a long night. Just be ready for a long night, because, I seen Rolly catch Tank with some shots. I seen Barrios catch Tank with some shots. I seen Ryan Garcia catch Tank with some shots. And one thing about Tank, he got a chin. He got a good chin. Now I'm going to end it off with this. How to beat Gervonta Davis. It's not easy. They professionals for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to belittle what they do and nothing like that. I don't think it's easy at all. I don't think it's easy to put all those things together. So there you go, guys. That's the blueprint on how to beat Gervonta Davis.
Yo salgo a la calle buscando mi gente cuando de repente todos los delincuentes que queden en mi vida, buena mala suerte que son mi familia, no importa la sangre. Jesús hizo agua en vino.